Hi, and welcome to today's Pick a Card reading. So I'm finally doing it. My most popular video is Do They Feel the Same About Me as I Feel About Them? And I have had so many requests for me to do the video again. So that's what I'm going to do today. We are going to look at you and your person. This could be somebody you have a crush on, somebody you've gone on a couple of dates with, somebody who you feel really connected to, like on a soul level, your spouse. It could be it could be anybody, but we are talking about romantic relationships here, okay? And we are wondering, do they feel the same about me as I feel about them? So in this video, we've got a lot of cards in each pile. All the piles have the same amount of cards. And so this is going to be a pretty long reading, okay? So I just kind of want to say that up front. I think that it's pretty clear exactly what the question is, so I'm going to go ahead and name the piles, okay? The purple fluorite heart is pile number 1. Pile number 2 is the pink rose quartz. Pile number 3 is the black obsidian. Pile number 4 is the gray bloodstone. Pile number 5 is the blue Lapis Lazuli. And pile number 6 is the white Opalite. Okay, so while you guys are thinking about which pile you want to pick, I do want to say that, you know, as always, the things that I put out publicly are going to be generalized, okay? Sometimes I don't get all the details that maybe you guys might want me to get, but I do share everything that I get, okay? So I just want to mention that, and I also want to say, if you want a private reading, really want to get in your specific energy and what's specifically going on in your personal relationship, everything you need to know about that is in the description, okay? And you'll also get my contact information and link to my Facebook and other links to my website and stuff like that there, okay? I just wanted to let you guys know how to contact me. All right, I don't want to waste any of your time anymore. If you have not picked, go ahead and pause the video. Otherwise, we are going to get started with pile number 1. And I'm going to go ahead and put some of these piles out of view here because I'm going to definitely need a lot of room when we are going through these piles. Alrighty. Gonna go ahead and even put this one out of view. Okay, so pile number 1, the purple fluorite. Now, I have done, we've got the 2 people in the relationship, okay? And then we've got the cards for the relationship itself, okay? So this is how one of you feels, and this is how the other one feels, okay? With each one, we've got several ways to identify who the person is, okay? So that you'll be clear on which pile's you and which pile's the other person, okay? In this particular one, we are going to just have 2 people, and it can be either the viewer or the person that you're interested in. That's the way I was led to do this, okay? And then these are your 2 advice cards, okay? Advice, you know, depending on who this represents, advice for you or your person, and then advice for you or your person right here, okay? So we have movement, choices, and decisions, and victory and success. These are the themes right now in your relationship, okay? So basically, somebody needs to make a decision. This does look like it's moving forward, though. Choices will be made, decisions will be made, and we've got victory and success. So, I mean, it looks like this is going to be a very positive relationship that is going to come about if it's not already, okay? So I do see this as a successful relationship. Another thing that I just want to mention about the movement, choices, and decisions cards is that it's a 2. And when I see 2s, I automatically think of couples, okay? And then the victory and success card is a 6. And when I think of 6, I automatically think of the lovers because that's number 6 in the major arcana. So I just wanted to point out that even your numbers are good, okay? Alrighty, so here is person number 1, okay? Person number 1 feels like they're pretty in control. They feel pretty secure. They might be a little bit rigid, a little bit traditional, that kind of thing, okay? We have, for the tarot, we have the Nine of Wands. So this person is, they've got some sexual energy there, and they've got an issue with taking action too. Their issue with taking action has to do with it. They just really don't want to get hurt. Okay. Again, we have another 9, which is the 9 of Cups. And again, this is like, it's almost complete, but it's not quite, okay? But this doesn't necessarily have to do with action. This has to do more with being fully aware of one's feelings, okay? And being fully ready to express those feelings, okay? And then we have the Strength card. So what this lets me know is that this person in the relationship does see this relationship as a pretty major thing, okay? They tend to be pretty understanding, and they also tend, you know, they might have a bit of a problem managing things, like time management and stuff like that. And they also might have issues with facing their shadow self, okay? Like they might be doing a lot of shadow work right now, or recently maybe something negative, like really negative happened, and it's kind of forced them to look at that. And maybe that's why they've coped by being a little bit more traditional and stuff like that, okay? So we do have the Tower. This means that basically effortless success. Remember, these are tea leaf cards, okay? So this isn't like the Tower in tarot at all. So yeah, this person sees a relationship as having a very solid foundation. They feel like this is pretty easy, you know. Even though they have some issues with taking initiative, they do feel like this relationship's easy. It feels very calm. It feels very gosh, it feels so what's the word? It feels solid. That's the best word I can think of. This person might sometimes have some bravado, some pride, you know, kind of, oh, look at me, I'm so good, look at what I can do, you know. This person wants to be seen as being cool, you know, they want to be seen. So they'll kind of flaunt, you know, some things and maybe talk themselves up a little bit, you know. It's basically, that's kind of part of their mating ritual. So there's that. Okay, and then this person, yeah, I mean, this person's really been affected by something. Some kind of chain of events has affected them. I also feel like this is a situation that it could be a long distance relationship, and it also could be one that just has so many uncanny coincidences, it's like ridiculous, okay? And we'll leave off the advice until the end. So in this situation, we've got the Fool. So this person's a lot more willing to take the risk, okay, than this person. That doesn't necessarily mean that they don't care as much. We've got to look at the other cards for that. Yeah, we've got the Three of Wands. This is, for me, another indicator that this could be a long distance relationship between the two of you, okay? This person wants to take action though. They're ready, okay? And this person has a lot to say. They're probably very good at communicating, and they probably do communicate with the person. They're probably the one that initiates communication a little bit more, and the one that you know, shares their ideas and their vision a lot more often, okay? And then we have the King of Pentacles. Again, we've got, I do want to mention that we've got this water in the background here too, which also lets me know. I also feel like I'm glad that I pointed that out, because I also wanted to mention with the clouds here, I also get that this person's kind of confused about where the relationship stands, okay? If this person is you, this relationship is moving forward, it's headed for victory. Your person's feeling, if this is your person's feeling very stable in this situation and wants this to move forward, okay? And then we've got the King of Pentacles. I feel like this just is the best card to represent that you also feel stable when you're with your person, or you know, your person feels stable when they're with you, okay? I have a feeling that most of the viewers this is going to be them and this is going to be their person, okay? But yeah, this is about stability. It's also about abundance, like feeling really grateful for having this person, okay? And we have victory and some endeavor, okay? That's really important. You know, we've got victory and success here too. So you've got it said twice, okay? Which is, you know, I always love it when that comes up in readings, when you've got the same card but just a different deck. You do have victory here, okay? That's a certain thing. We've got the dragon. Beware of self-delusion, okay? Really, when your person's talking to you, they might be talking about like something that they've imagined, that they've decided is true for whatever reason. Be aware that the person might not be approaching the reality of the situation as much, because you know, this person over here is somebody who kind of thinks a lot and plans a lot and imagines a lot. They're very, very imaginative, very creative. It's really, really awesome. You know, this person, as far as their creativity goes, it's something that this person over here really does like, right? But make sure that if it's you, you're checking yourself to just kind of keep it in what's actually happening here versus what you've imagined, what you're trying to manifest. And if this is your person, check them, you know, make sure it's like, wait, did I say that? You know, or did that really happen? Oh, is that going to be how it happens? You know, stuff like that, to kind of let them know that you're on to them, you know, kind of thinking ahead. Okay. And then we have the bull. Okay. Do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. I think it's really interesting how we have strength twice and we have it on both sides. And I mean, basically it's just, you know, stand your ground is what this is saying. So if your person is represented by these cards, standing your ground means that there's some convictions, there's some morals that your person has that they just don't want to give up, okay? And when it's really, really important, they're going to stick up for that, okay? And just know that they were not going to stick up for something unless it's really important to them. So be aware that they really would appreciate that be respected, okay? If it's you, if your person ever infringes on your morals or your convictions, make sure you stand your ground. It will help your person respect you more, okay? So here's the advice for this person. We've got vacation, take time for relaxation and adventure. I really do feel the key word is adventure here. This is a person that needs to act, you know. This is a person that needs to act, kind of rigid. It's kind of like, hey, relax, you know. Everything doesn't have to be by the rules. It doesn't have to be perfectly disciplined. It doesn't have to be just like that. You don't have to always feel in control in order to be happy, right? You can take action, you know. It might be time to express your emotions, and you know what? You need to stop doing the work with yourself at this point and move forward with your person, okay? That's what this person's advice card is about, okay? Basically, you know, start that adventure, you know, and take a rest from some of the more daunting things, you know. For this person, we've got choices. Make the best choices. Make every choice, if this is you, make every choice as if you're thinking about the relationship at the end there. Make the choices you need to align yourself to be in this relationship. Okay, that's what I would say if this is you. If this is your person, then it's like they're about to make a choice, okay, and they're carefully considering it. All right, guys. To answer the question, do they feel the same about you as you feel about them? This is pretty even. This is just about as even as you can get. So know that how you feel about this person is almost exactly how they feel about you. For those of you who haven't talked to your person, like let's say it's a crush, that's the potential there, okay? Alrighty, guys, this is a great one. I really like this reading. Okay, taking some water here. All right, high pile number 2. We are looking at, this is one of you guys, this is the other one, and this is the overall relationship dynamic, okay? I'm not going to say who is who, unless I get a really strong feeling like the majority of people are going to be represented by one of them, okay? It's up to you to discern who is which, okay? And I've got some cards to help us figure that out, okay? So as far, oh wow, you've got 2 chakra cards. That's crazy. I'm using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. So anyway, so we've got the base chakra and the heart chakra. So we've got a lot of chemistry here. We've got a lot of, gosh, a lot of chemistry. So we've got, not only do we have that kind of like need for one another, but you have this compassion, this like unconditional love for one another. This is both of you, okay? This is about the relationship, not about just one or the other. So this is basically what's open to you right now, okay? So this is the first person. This could be you, it could be your person. All right, so we have the Feralite, okay? And this is number 14. So yeah, this is temperance in this particular deck, okay? So this is somebody who wants things to be balanced, okay? They want things to feel natural and normal. They don't want too much, but they also want to make sure they have enough. This is kind of like the Goldilocks card, in that it's like not too much, not too soft, not too hard, but just right. You know, that's the kind of energy of this card, okay? Wow. And look at this. We've got temperance again. So this is a really important aspect for this person, okay? This person really needs to feel balanced in order to be in a relationship. I wouldn't be surprised if this person was either a Libra or a Sagittarius. I'm just getting that. Please, it could be any sign, though. Please don't, think that that's definitely true. That's just kind of something that I was getting. It's really, really important for them to feel balanced, okay? This is the kind of person that needs to get enough sleep. They just are not going to function if they don't have enough sleep. They need to eat routinely, and they need to eat something healthy. They're very sensitive to that kind of routine. They're very sensitive to disruptions. This is the kind of person that probably is has a lot of sensitivity to like loud noises. They might startle easily. They might have some anxiety. They want to be at peace, okay? But they know that being at peace means they're going to constantly need to adjust until they're just right, okay? This is the kind of person, okay, that is going to feel like they're, oh my gosh, I'm too cold. Let's turn on the heat, and then like 5 minutes later they're too hot, okay? That's the kind of person this is. This person has an abundance of wisdom, and I feel like this person's very nurturing, and I feel like this person's very receptive too for how much they give. They're also receptive as well. However, this person has felt betrayed. I don't know if it's in this particular relationship or if this is the past, but this person has had some very dark times, okay? And that needs to be considered. Given the other cards and given the overall feelings, of the relationship, I feel like this is most likely going to be something from the past. And I mean like major hurt, okay? This is like some trauma, okay? Some major trauma here that this person's gone through. So we have forest, muddled, uncleared thinking. This is kind of a supplement to temperance coming up twice. When this person is not feeling balanced in their life, they just, it's like their mind kind of goes a little wild, okay? I do want to say also, though, that it's not just the thinking, the forest can show that, yes. But the forest is also about hidden things, the unknown, right? It's uncharted territory. So this person's also probably very mysterious as well. We've got the torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Yeah, this person's done a lot of work here. We've got not only, a severe lack, okay, and trauma and pain here, but we also have abundance and giving and nurturing here. This person is very spiritually developed. This person has definitely done some work. And then we have the ram, a stubborn and aggressive person. Sometimes this person comes on a little too strong. This person has a lot of passions, a lot of convictions, a lot of morals, so they are going to stand their ground. It's kind of interesting because the previous pile had something like this in one of the people as well. It feels like this one's more like I feel like this person's a little bit more flexible though. Like, yeah, you could call them stubborn, but they're a little bit more flexible than they are, like, for example, bullheaded, right? I know that there is such a nuance in terms, but for me, bullheaded is more like they'll just stick to things even when maybe they have reason not to, you know? But whereas this person, it's like they'll be reasonable, okay? So kind of keep that in mind. So this describes one of you. If this is sounding like you, this is you. If it doesn't sound like you at all, this is going to be your person, okay? So we've got the Chariot here, which is number 17. I'm sorry, which is number 7. And I think it's really funny because the same thing, I feel like it was the Chariot and Temperance that came up the last time when I was like, your person actually feels more about you than you do about them. Whoever this person is probably feels the emotions more intense, but I can't necessarily say they feel more until we look at all of the cards, okay? So we have the 5 of Pentacles. This person does feel like things are a little, I feel like this person feels like not everybody's needs are being met in this relationship. And it's interesting because I feel like they feel like this person's needs aren't being met rather than their own, which is kind of an interesting thing since usually this card comes up when a person feels like their own needs are being met. So for most of you guys, whether this is you or your person, they feel like the other person's needs aren't being met, okay? We've got the Sun, okay? The Sun, the Sun is a very, very, very happy card, okay? So this person is extremely excited about this relationship. It makes them feel young again. It makes them feel like they know all of these things that they didn't know before. It's like there were things that they were aware of, but it's almost like it's a whole different world, okay? Where it's like all of these amazing mysteries are being revealed to them, okay? And it feels so good. And then we also have a very, very honest person. This person is probably a little bit more thinking oriented than feeling oriented compared to this one, okay? This person's gonna be a little bit more detached, a little bit more impartial. And this person is, but this person's gonna be very, very honest. I'm not necessarily getting like this kind of brutal honesty. I'm just getting that, you know, they're not going to get tricked into saying something that they don't believe, basically, okay? All right, so more information about this person. We have the Dolphin, financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. So this person might have some residual income. Residual incomes, you know, for those of you who don't know, I'm not trying to be condescending, is something like maybe they publish something and they get residual income from that, like a CD or maybe a book or something like that, okay? Or maybe they get residual income from a website or, you know, something like that. It's basically a little bit of income that they get based on something they set up a long time ago, okay? So this person, okay, in this relationship, this person's accused a lot of, you know, maybe causing trouble or this is the way they feel, at least. They feel like they feel almost like they're more trouble for this person. And that makes more sense with why this 5 of Coins came up, you know, which I read in relationships as being somebody's not getting their needs met. I feel like this person feels like they might not be able to make this other person happy, okay? It's like they feel so happy and they want to share that. They want so badly for their person to feel happy, but it's like they don't know if they're able to do that. This person is going to successfully bring this relationship together. This is a person who's going to do it. If this is you, you're going to be the one to bring this relationship together. If this is your person, they're going to be the one to bring this relationship together, okay? So these last cards are advice cards, okay? So if this is you, this is the advice for you. We've got moving forward, get ready for positive change. And given that we have a whole spread here and we can look at it in a bigger picture, moving forward is letting you know this person's going to come forward. Get ready, because when they do, they're coming, you know. Any obstacle, you know, mountains usually represent obstacle. Any obstacle that might have been in your way, they found a way around it, okay? And then for this person, We have friendship, nurture your relationships. How interesting that we've got the Empress who is associated with nurture on this side. And on this side, we've got maybe somebody's needs aren't being met. Maybe, maybe they're a little bit more thinking oriented and a little bit more impartial than emotional when they're expressing themselves. So yeah, if this is you, what you need to do is make sure that you're checking in on your person every so often. Ask them how they feel. You don't even have to, when you're talking, it's like, just ask them, how do you feel about that? It's the same thing as asking, how do you think about that? At least many people see it as the same way. I personally wouldn't, but I feel like this person would, okay? So just ask them how they're feeling. Ask them how they're feeling about maybe something you're talking about or something like that, okay? That's going to make this go forward. All right, guys? As far as who feels more for the other, my goodness, it's really hard to say, okay? Because we've got on this hand, we've got the Chariot, which is all about moving forward, okay? And we've got the Sun, which is like the ultimate happiness, right? But on this side, we've got 7 doubled as Temperance, and we got Temperance twice, so that's a big deal, and we've got the Empress, which is all about abundance. So I just feel like both of you guys feel very, very strong about the other. I feel like this person is just a little bit more emotionally expressive when it comes to the relationship than this person is, but that doesn't mean that this person doesn't feel emotions. They do. I think the key here is that the person over here has just been through so much that they've been able to explore that whole spectrum of emotion, whereas this person might not have had as much experience, so they haven't been able to express. Their spectrum, like maybe this person's spectrum is like this, and their spectrum is more like this. So even though they do feel like the best that they've ever felt, it still might not match this just because they just aren't as capable of feeling such a strong spectrum of feeling. That would be the best way I can explain the way that I'm feeling this, because I'm getting such good feelings on both sides that it feels almost wrong to say that one cares more than the other, okay? It's just the way you guys care, okay? You guys are pretty much on the same page. You both want this to happen, okay? And that's the main thing. You guys both want it to happen. All right? That's a good one. I like this one. All right, pile number 3. Those of you who picked the Black Heart. Okay, so here's what I've got. This is one person in the relationship. This is describing the relationship in general, and this is another person in the relationship. So we're going to look at each person, and I'm going to let you, the viewer, decide which one describes you, okay? I've been led to do it that way, okay? So one of these is going to be you, one of these is going to be your person, or this is going to be you, and this is going to be your person. We'll just see, okay? And let's start with your relationship. Okay, so you guys have some obstacles to overcome, okay? When I think about this card, okay, I think about inner conflict much more than I think about external conflict. I feel like both of you guys feel like there's some kind of, there's something that's not sitting well inside of you about this situation, okay? Almost like maybe there's something just a little bit off about this relationship, and that needs to be resolved, okay? But I don't feel like this is like gonna make or break the relationship, okay? I just feel like it just needs to be resolved. There's some kind of dissonance inside where it's like maybe for whatever reason, maybe the relationship, the reality doesn't line up perfectly with what they've expected. For example, maybe somebody is a different religion than the other, or maybe somebody's taken, whereas, and the other one's free, or both, who knows? Or maybe, it would be something like that. Maybe the family doesn't, appreciate, but I do feel like it's more inner, okay, than external, whereas the family would be more of an external thing. We also have 2 introverts. We've got the Hermit. I don't make any pretenses about that. I love the Hermit card. You guys are introverted. You're my kind of people. You guys, I feel, have a very, very deep and intimate connection when the two of you are talking, okay? You can talk about just about anything and feel comfortable about it. You guys open up to each other very, very easily. But when it comes to the rest of the world, it's a lot more difficult. And I think both of you share in those difficulties. I also am getting, especially with this conflict, that you probably both also come from a place where there's been some pretty heavy stuff in your life, okay? You guys have probably both share a past where there's been some negativity that you've both had to work through that maybe most people haven't had to work through, okay, in comparison. And that's something else that brings you two together. It also causes more dissonance in your thinking and inside, you know, because there's more to draw from. Okay, so first we're going to go ahead and look at this person and see what kind of person this person is. Okay, so we've got the moon. This person keeps things hidden. Okay, they don't really like to talk much about, you know, how they're feeling, where they are in the relationship, and all of that kind of stuff. We have the Two of Swords. This is another card that signifies that this person doesn't want to be, doesn't want to open up, okay? When we have the Two of Swords, we've got somebody with a cross like this, okay? With the swords over their heart. They're guarding their heart. They don't want their heart to be shown, okay? Because there's ocean in this, and there's ocean in this one too, I've got to say it might be a long-distance relationship. Doesn't mean that it has to be. It just might be a long-distance relationship, okay? I see a moon in both of them. So again, it's hidden, you know, that, you know, when I see the moon, I think about things that are hidden, things that are in the shadows, you know, and so we've got them both, you know. So these two cards are definitely showing that. It's really interesting because if you could open up this person, you would see that they are passionate. They feel so good. I mean, they feel so happy because this relationship exists. They feel, you know, they are a pretty independent person, yes, but they feel really good about this, okay? This is also that this person doesn't tend to make, I guess, friends that easily or bond with somebody that easily, okay? And it's a big deal for this person that they've bonded with this other person, okay? It's very, very much a big deal. And so much passion, oh my goodness. And then we've got the Four of Pentacles. This person does not want to lose this relationship. That would be the worst thing that could happen to this person, okay? So let's go ahead and see some more information so that we can hopefully try to identify this person as being definitely you, the viewer, or definitely your person. This person puts up walls. You know, again, you know, we've got the moon, the Two of Swords. You know, it's like, okay, guys, we get it. This person puts up walls, so that can lead to misunderstandings. It's basically because this person is of two minds. Their outer reality is to kind of play it cool and act like nothing's really going on. Their inner reality is that, oh my gosh, they are just pining after you, okay? Or they're pining after this person. All right. Okay, so we've got boat, money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. So this person, this is going to be kind of a weird way of putting it, but I'm being led to say that this person is normally not so great with money, and it's like they just keep thinking, well, if only I could just make, you know, a large sum all at once, then everything would be fine. You know, I feel like they have some struggles with money. You know, when I think about windfalls, I also think about this kind of ups and downs that people can experience. Given that it's a boat, I'm probably also reading into that as being kind of turbulent. And, you know, and that kind of thing. But just know that either this person is not that great with money, or this person just got lucky, like in a lottery, for example. And I mean like $2 or $3, you know, lucky even, you know, or maybe somebody they knew like within the past few years passed away and they inherited something, or maybe this person is about to get into a good situation with property, okay? But again, the main thing that I'm getting is, and understand, I'm also reading it with the Four of Pentacles here too, is that this person kind of feels like they have to kind of cling to money. They kind of penny pinch. They kind of live paycheck to paycheck. I don't feel like they're secure with their money, okay? Then we have the Cane. Pay attention to your health. This person neglects themselves in favor of all the other people around them, okay? They'd rather take care of other people than they would take care of themselves. And I think that that's cool because I'm like the exact opposite. I mean, it's like if I can't take care, basically where I come from is that if I'm not taken care of, then how in the world am I supposed to imagine myself taking care of anybody else, right? Yeah, this person's very, very selfless, gives of themselves a lot. This is the advice for this person. We're going to go ahead and look at this one first, and then we'll see. Okay, so we have the High Priest. All right, so number 5 in this particular deck, and we are reading it for this deck, is the High Priest. Traditionally, this would be the Hierophant. This is somebody who's really spiritually open, let's put it that way, because I can't necessarily say evolved. It's just somebody who's very spiritually open, somebody who has access to some mysteries, which is kind of interesting since this person's so mysterious over here. This person has like they have a presence that makes people feel kind of like they've got it together. And this person, this person really, I mean, I feel like they're really powerful. Like, just being in their presence is like kind of cool, because maybe they might be a little famous, or maybe they might be a little just maybe really, really different from the norm, It would be interesting, somebody who is this introverted would be famous, but yeah, it could be something like that. Or, I mean, maybe just a little bit. I mean, maybe like me, they have just, they have a couple of thousands of subscribers on their YouTube channel, and so they have some, so stuff like that, right? Okay, so this person, oh my goodness. Wow. So far this has happened with every single deck. I'm wondering if it's going to happen for the last 3. We have number 5, the Hierophant, again. And it's really interesting because the deck that I used for this particular, this particular reading also shows a person who's more spiritual than necessarily a teacher or somebody like that. This person, their job probably is to interact with the public or interact with people and trying to raise the consciousness, trying to make people feel more aware. This person could work like with some kind of religious institution. They might have some kind of knowledge about like psychology or anthropology, maybe. Just like they understand people a little bit in a way that's almost uncanny, is basically what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Okay, so we have the Ten of Cups. This person sees a future. They see a future. They want to be in this relationship. They see a future. They see it as being very simple, very easy. This person feels fulfilled emotionally, okay, with where this relationship is. So if this is you, right, know that your person feels emotionally fulfilled. If this is you, you've got to communicate to them that it's not the emotions, it's something else that you need to feel more fulfilled by, okay? And then we have Death, okay? This person has gone through a lot of changes in the past year, and will probably go through some more in the next year, okay? This person's ready for a big change in their life too, okay? I feel like this person, and if this is you, this person's told you that they're making plans for something new, something big, something that they're going to do that's going to change their life in a meaningful way. Either that or they've just recently made one, okay? So yeah, this person also, it's interesting because I feel like this person feels a little bit more strongly about the relationship, okay? They feel more confident in the relationship, but maybe not necessarily feels more than this person. It feels like both of these people feel a lot. It seems like this person feels more when it comes to passion, like that. Oh my goodness, it's like this person over here is so much more passionate and might be prone to kind of out of nowhere, kind of going into a monologue of like, you know, this is how I feel and I'm so this and that and whatever, and then just kind of go back into hiding for a while, you know, that kind of person. Whereas this person's going to be pretty steady, okay? This person's probably already expressed how they feel in this relationship and they're fine with it. Because I really feel I don't feel a whole lot of dissonance here. So this conflict is coming from this person. This person feels conflict about this relationship, not this person. This person's happy with the way the relationship is. They see a future, and that's where they're coming from. So let's see more about this person. We've got disappointment in some affair. That's interesting. This could mean literally disappointment in a literal romantic affair. Or it could just mean that there's some aspect of their life that they're very disappointed about. It could have to do with the change, is what I'm getting intuitively, is that they're making this change because they're really disappointed in something in their world, something in their personal life, you know, something like that. And that's why they're making this change. We've got heart, love, deep affection, and caring. This person in this pile loves the person in this pile, okay? It's just like, it's not even, I don't even feel like this person has to think about it. It's like, yeah, of course, you know? And this is the kind of person that would tell this other person as soon as they know, yeah, I love you, you know, that kind of thing. This is a more open person, okay? This person is much, much more open. While, yes, this person is introverted, this person's very open within this relationship, okay? And then we have mice, discord among friends or family. This person's probably going through a time right now where they're not getting along with a family member. And I understand that we all kind of get that. But I feel like this is specifically to try to identify exactly who this is, because between you and your person, one of you has recently really not gotten along with one of your family members. Like, it's obvious, okay? And that should help you pick which one's the right pile, okay? And again, it might surprise you, okay? It might really, really surprise you to be like, wait a minute, I'm the one that's open, you know, or wait a minute, I'm hiding things, really, you know? But that's what I'm getting, okay? So here's the advice for this person. The advice is gratitude. Be grateful for all you have. For this person, the important thing is to let this person know that you are so happy that they're in your life. Let them know what they do for you and that they really are a positive force in your life and how much you appreciate that, okay? If this is you. If it's not you, wouldn't it be nice to hear that from your person, right? Okay, and on this end, we have Dragonfly, live life to the fullest. I feel like this is definitely in connection with this disappointment and the death card, which represents change. I really feel like this is saying, you know, if this is you and you're on the fence about this change, okay, this coming up, which will affect the relationship somehow, okay? You know, do it, okay? Because I really feel like this is going to be positive for you. All right, guys? As far as who feels more about the other, it's really, really hard to tell because this person is so guarded right now. It feels to me that on the surface, it would seem like this person cares more, but I actually feel like this guarded person over here cares more. I feel like this person would demonstrate more, they would do more, and all of that kind of stuff. Just remember, we've got the cane here, you know, which lets me know this person takes care of everybody else before they take care of themselves, you know. So I feel like this person would make a lot of sacrifices for this person. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Okay, pile number 4. Those of you who picked the Bloodstone. So here's how we're going to do this. We've got 2 piles. One of them is going to represent you, and one of them is going to be representing your person. We don't know which one's which. I've been led to do it this way. I'm going to describe each person. We're gonna compare the feelings and what's going on, and hopefully that'll give you some major insight on your person. You should identify with one over the other. Okay. Okay, so we've got, oh, I'm sorry. These 2 cards are also about the relationship itself. Okay, this is the major dynamic, the major theme with the relationship. Okay, we've got Triumph. Okay, this is number 7. So this is the Chariot. Okay. So we've got more forward motion, okay, in this relationship, and major forward motion, okay? And then we have spiritual strength. You guys are connected on a, like, this would be what I'd call a soul connection, because I don't like to use specific words because in the same way that I don't want to push my religion onto anybody, I also wouldn't want to push my definitions of what a meaningful connection is on anybody. But for example, this might be what somebody would call anamkara, or a soulmate, or a twin flame, or something like that. Okay, this is definitely on that soul level. There's a spiritual element to this relationship. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what this person is feeling. Okay, so we've got the rebirth. This person is ready to start something. Okay, we've got the rebirth card. It's like they're ready. They're absolutely ready in this relationship. We've got the Ace of Rods. Yeah, they're definitely ready. This is speaking to their passion. Okay, they feel really, really passionate. We've got the Emperor. Okay, so this person is somebody who's generally pretty self-contained. Okay, probably a little bit more masculine energy, although the way that the Emperor is depicted in this particular deck is embodying both like masculine and feminine energy. Okay, and so it's like this person typically would rather follow the rules than not, or at least has some kind of structure to their life that they need, and all of that kind of stuff. But you also have somebody who's very intuitive as well, okay? So we've got an intuitive person who is ready and who is feeling very passionate. And then look what happens here. We've got the Lovers. So, this is a major thing here. We've got these 2 major arcana cards coming up, which lets me know that this person takes this relationship seriously. Okay, they see this relationship for what it is. They see the kind of divine connection. Okay, for some reason I'm being told that this person actually might be a Gemini or a Taurus, but please, if they're not that, don't worry about it. Okay, but it's just I'm getting that I need to say that for some of you so you can have that confirmation. Okay, so this is interesting. So I was going to say, here, let's look at some more information about this person so we can figure it out. We've got Tulip, which represents great passion. And, what have I been saying about this Ace of Rods? This person is passionate. Oh my goodness. I mean, this is the kind of person, and I hope that I'm not, out of line by saying this, but this is the kind of person that would make a very, very enthusiastic lover, okay? Somebody who is very sensual when they need to be, okay? Because we've also got some intuition going on. This person is we've got Diamond, so this person is either going to be receiving or giving a pretty valuable gift. Okay, so understand valuable has its own meanings. Valuable can mean something that's very expensive, or it can mean just something that's really, really meaningful. Okay, value is going to be determined by the person. Okay, so yeah, this person is going to, so if this is a person, if your person has just recently gotten something that they really care about and they really value, you'll know that that's them, okay? Otherwise, this person might not have gotten it yet. Similarly, if you just got something that really means a lot to you, or if you anticipate getting something that means a lot to you, then this is going to be you. That will be a big deciding factor on who each one of these people is. And then we have an empty chair. This lets us know that somebody's going to be leaving this person's life here. Okay, that doesn't mean that it's part of the relationship. In fact, I am almost certain that it's not part of the relationship. I feel like it's somebody else. Like somebody's gonna have to either move away, or they're gonna have to. Maybe this is somebody who is who this person knows who's about to pass away. But it's just somebody is gonna be exiting. It's like it's done. You know, maybe this is even something like somebody stops following this person on Facebook or Twitter or something like that, right? It's just like somebody's gonna just not be available anymore. Is kind of what I'm getting. And I do get it's kind of abrupt. Okay, so just keep that in mind for identifying who this one is. And here we have got the Lady. This is the same as the Empress, okay? And the Lady, we talk about abundance. We talk about somebody who's also very receptive as well as giving. Basically, the ultimate mother figure is one way that I think about this. I think it's interesting. Understand that this is usually called the Empress, and this would be the Emperor. I think it's interesting. On this side, we've got the Empress, and on this side, we've got the Emperor, okay? I think that that's significant because we've got a matching pair there, okay? We've got the Five of Swords, okay? And I feel like this needs, okay, yeah, we need to just lay them all out. Okay, so we've got the Five of Swords, we've got the Tower, and we've got the Five of Cups. This person's in pain, okay? They've given as much as they can in this situation, and they just have to get through this first before they're able to get to a positive place, okay? I really feel like this person might even be in pain because of the relationship, because it's not working the way that they think that it should, or, excuse me, or their expectations are being let down, or maybe they're focusing a lot on the negative, okay? Just understand that this person's in a lot of pain, and whether it's coming from within the relationship or outside of the relationship, it's very, very turbulent. And this person is giving as much as they can to this relationship, given the fact that they've got this stuff going on, okay? Okay, celebration, fun, and enjoyment. This person might also be kind of engaging in, oh goodness, like some escapism, stuff like that, because of the pain they're in, so kind of keep that in mind. We have a change for the better, the butterfly. So this person is moving through this, okay? They're moving through it, and they're going to get to that other side. So it's not like everything's lost on this person, okay? And then we have turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. It could be the person. It could be somebody else in their life, okay? If they've been talking about someone or a group of people that are just like idiots or whatever, you know, their words, not mine, right? It's somebody else, you know. Otherwise, it might be themselves. Maybe they're not making the wisest decisions. When it comes to which person feels more in this relationship, I think that this person on over here with the Lovers and Rebirth and the Ace of Rods, this person is currently more capable of feeling stronger than this person, because this person's whole strength is being used up on this negativity. This, you know, I feel like a lot of the negativity is out of their control, okay? And I feel like some of the negativity is just a matter of perspectives and focusing on that, okay? But it will get better, okay? And I think that that's a really important thing for you guys to know, whether you're this person or this person. It will get better. So I have an advice card for both people. So this is what this person could do to help the relationship along. We have a leadership. Set your goals, yeah. And this blends really well with the Emperor too, as being a leader. We have this card that represents that, you know, right now you're the strength in this relationship. So it's easier for you to help prop up the relationship. If this is you, it's easier for you to help prop up the relationship than the other person. If you're this person, know that this person if they knew that they need to prop up this relationship, they would absolutely do it. So communicate that to them. If you're over here, and you're like, look, I just need you to kind of take charge for now, and that kind of thing. You know, they'll be fine doing that. This energy here reminds me of when my dad passed away prematurely in 2015, and my partner and I had gone through a separation, and but once my father passed away, we got back together like almost immediately. And part of the reason we got back together is that he saw all the pain that I was going through, and he knew that I wouldn't be able to get through that if he didn't help hold me up, you know? And that's something that makes my relationship with my partner so positive. And that's why I call him my partner and not my husband, because we used to be married, but now we're just together, you know, we're fine with that. So the reason I mentioned this is that, you know, I think that that's a really important dynamic, and that going through that with him really brought us really close together. It was a demonstration of how much he cared about me. And after going through this with him, it made me realize just how special he was in my life. You know, it's not that I didn't realize it before. I knew he was special in my life, but it made me realize it on a different level, on a more profound level. And I feel like that's what's happening with this person over here, okay? Here's their advice. Opportunity knocks, go for it. Okay, sometimes when we're down, sometimes when we're going through times, we aren't as aware of what all is surrounding us. It's positive, you know. We might be more closed off to, you know, the beautiful opportunities that we have. I feel like this person over here needs to kind of get out of a slump a little bit by going for something that they maybe normally wouldn't do. This could be going for it in the relationship, sure, but it could also be just like, you know, set some kind of goal and try reaching it every day, that kind of thing. Or it could mean, you know, maybe there's an opportunity to learn something, to spend time with a group of people that are like-minded, an opportunity to go to school, you know, maybe it's an opportunity, you know, to take a new job, you know, it could be anything, any kind of positive opportunity, and this is just saying, hey, you need to go for it. So if you're this person, point out to your person, you know, the different opportunities that are surrounding them. They might not notice it. And if this is you, then make certain that you're kind of opening yourself up to the different opportunities that you might be ignoring right now, okay? All right. As far, you know, and again, as far as who cares more, I just really want to make sure that I answer that question, because that's the purpose of this video. I feel like both of you guys care. I just feel like this person is able to care a little bit more. On the surface, if somebody was looking in, it would look like this person cares more. But understand that this person over here with all of this pain just is not able to express that caring. But given that they still are represented by this very generous, giving, abundant person, that's their true nature. Their true nature is expressing that. Okay? Alrighty. Hi, pile number 5. Those of you who picked the blue Lapis Lazuli. Okay, so here's how we're going to do this. We've got 2 piles. One of them represents one of you in the relationship, and the other one represents the other, okay? You could be represented by this one, or you could be represented by this one. When I start talking about the people, okay, it should be very clear to you who you resonate with more, okay? And that should help you discern, you know, where you guys are in this relationship. These 2 cards are just to describe some, wow, I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting that. These 2 cards are to describe basically the themes in your relationship. You know, this is for both of you, okay? So we have the devil and temptation, and we have harmony and the lovers. Notice how in both of these cards in the traditional tarot, you see the lovers next to each other, and you see the lovers next, you know, in both cards, right? So this is like, it's weird. It's like this is a match made in heaven that's kind of forbidden, you know. There's something a little bit naughty about it. So this is going to be an interesting read, I can tell already. So basically, this is also a major relationship, okay? I feel like the two of you do have a very profound connection. Many of you will have a soul connection, and when I say that, I mean basically, you know, I don't like to infringe my own religion on others. I don't like to, you know, or anything like that. But when I say that, I mean, some people call it anamkara, some people call it a soulmate, some people call it twin flames. It's that kind of relationship. There's something almost supernatural between the two of you, okay? And that's what I mean by that. So let's go ahead and look at this person, okay? We have the Hermit. Okay, so this is the one that's more introverted. Now, you guys both might be introverted, and that might not help at all, but this is the person who's more introverted. Okay, so wow. So we have the King of Wands, okay? Very passionate person, okay? Somebody who isn't afraid to go for it, you know, once they've contemplated it enough, okay? We have the Knight of Cups, so we also have somebody who's about to express their feelings. Maybe they're not as great at feelings as they are at just that kind of instinctual passion, taking action, that kind of stuff, or I guess kind of like more theatrics or inspiration, you know, but they do have something that they're going to be expressing. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. When I see this in a relationship reading, I feel like one person isn't getting their needs met in the situation. In this case, I feel like it could go either way. It could either go that this person's not getting their needs met, and that's why this card's coming up, or they feel like this person over here isn't getting their needs met, okay? So kind of keep that in mind. It's like they feel like some kind of gesture needs to be made, so I feel like it's probably more them thinking that the other person isn't getting their needs met, because we do have like two cards that have to do with action, and both of these have to do with extroverting, you know, expressing themselves, okay? So given that this person has hermetic energy, you know, it's a big deal. It's a big deal that this person is willing to do that. Okay, so we have Haystack. We've got somebody who is dealing with some karma here. Given what I said at the beginning, just because I am aware of the canon for twin flames, I'm being led to say that this person actually might be already taken right now, okay? If not, you know, that doesn't mean that you guys aren't soul connected. It's just, you know, that's something that I felt like I needed to say for some of you guys to verify who it is. This person's one of those people that draws the same kind of energy to them that they put out, okay? I have a friend who, like, as soon as they start thinking negatively about anything, it could be anything, they get, I don't know, like allergies, something bad happens, like they need to repair their car or something, you know, it's really interesting. And then as soon as the person kind of gets more lighthearted and kind of jokey and that kind of stuff, they start experiencing really positive things, like, oh, you know, one of my family members was accepted into school, and, you know, and I found this great electronic thing that I love, you know, that kind of thing. So I feel like that's the kind of way that this karma is being represented here. We've got carrot, opportunity or windfall. I think that this is important because with the carrot symbol, we've got the opportunity, we've got the fruit, we've got the vegetable, you know, the root, hidden, okay? So it's like, I feel like this person might not be completely aware of this opportunity or windfall. So if it's a windfall, it would be something really unexpected. If it was an opportunity of some sort, it's something they're not seeing coming, okay? When it hits, they'll be like, oh wow, I can do that, you know, that kind of thing. So, here's something else. We've got feather, okay? And this could refer to their person if they're in a relationship, okay? Someone you know is undependable and insincere. This person has been taken captive almost by somebody who isn't very honest. Okay, this is not within the relationship. This is somebody outside of the relationship. This could be a friend who's manipulating this person. It could be a family member. It could be, you know, somebody like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be really profound. It's just that they're in kind of a almost toxic relationship with somebody. Okay, so that's this person. Okay. Oh, we have the Hanged Man. Yeah. So we have the Hanged Man. I like this card for the person that's opposite the Hermit because we've got somebody who sees things so differently from the norm. And given that the Hermit is more introverted, right? We've got somebody who's a little bit eccentric and quirky in the way they think, paired up with somebody who is an introvert, and introverts tend to be kind of eccentric and quirky, as they don't tend to care as much about social graces and things like that. So I like that. Oh wow, this is important. Oh, wow, okay. So we've got the Moon. This person's hiding a lot. They're hiding their feelings. They're probably hiding something about their money or something about them making money, something like that. And they're hiding something about I don't know. I just feel like this person really doesn't want to express themselves in this relationship right now, okay? I feel like this person is really, really holding back. Hopefully when this person comes forward, this person will be able to open up more. And it looks like it will, you know, given this energy is you know, this energy is being felt by both parties, okay? We've got the Chariot, and that always means moving forward, okay? This means, you know, if this person has any dissonance, you know, any kind of, like, maybe they're of two minds in their heart and their head, you know, for example, they're about to get to that point where they are seeing things as lined up, you know. I think it just has to click for this person in order for things to move forward. I feel like they're more intuitive, and that it's like if it doesn't feel right, then they don't want to go forward until they know for sure. And then we have the Five of Swords. I feel like this person is really terrified of making the wrong decision. I feel like this person might have been like in their childhood, like berated for making, you know, decisions, whether they were great or not, you know, and they might have that kind of internal voice that says to them, you know, don't make the wrong decision. You know, if, like, for example, if you were to move forward in this relationship, you could, you know, either this could go really, really well, or the person's never going to talk to you again, and they will be so offended. You know, that's the kind of mindset I get from this person. Like, and it doesn't have to be a mindset like that. It's just that pressure for things to be, I don't want to say perfect, because I don't feel like this person is necessarily a perfectionist. I just feel like they put a lot of pressure on themselves when it comes to their behavior, okay? And that's what causes this kind of holding back even when they want to move forward, you know? It's very tense, okay? And it is very intense as well, okay? So let's talk about more. Okay, so this person's shrewd and resourceful, especially in business. So this person might actually own their own business. Or this person might be really good with money. Or this person might be really good at resources. So for example, this person might be a gardener. They might grow their own food. They might make their own clothes, or, you know, or be like kind of crafty and build furniture or something like that. I just feel like they're very self-sufficient, okay? Especially, you know, it says especially in business, but I feel like this person could also get into different careers and be really good at them, okay? They're kind of like a jack of all trades. So that's another thing about this person. Okay, this person has felt disappointment in a friend or lover. I feel like for most of you guys, whether this is you or your other person, is talking about disappointment in a friend. It could be disappointment in an ex. I don't feel like the disappointment is within the relationship, because if they were already disappointed, they wouldn't feel this this much pressure. Okay, basically, if in other words, if they were disappointed in this person, then they would know that this person's fallible, and then they wouldn't mind so much being fallible themselves, right? Then we have Broken Ring, a parting of the ways in either romance or business. How interesting. They might be going through a business change. In the same way that I said that this card might indicate that this person is in a karmic relationship, or in some kind of, previously established relationship, this person might be in one too. And that would definitely understand why this would be forbidden if there's a third party situation on both sides. It looks like on both sides, the desire is to split from that person and to, move towards one another in this relationship, which I think is very interesting. As far as who has stronger feelings, while I feel like this person has very strong feelings, I think that this person over here has stronger feelings. Okay. And maybe a better way of saying it is that they're more aware of the abundance that they can give to the situation. They're more aware of what they can do with the situation. Understand this person might not have come forward yet, though, with their passion and their feelings, with the King of Wands and the Knight of Cups, right? But they will, okay? And with this kind of connection, I mean, gosh, you guys are being pushed together. Yeah, it's really interesting. Okay, so here is my advice to this person, whether this is you or your person. This is what they need to do to move this relationship forward. We have legends. Learn from those who inspire you. Okay, so when we look at our behavior, it's really interesting to me. When we look at our behavior, we follow certain patterns. And the patterns are kind of outlined for us in fairy tales. So I feel like this person would really benefit by thinking like, okay, if I was the hero in this, or the heroine in this this story, what would I do next? That kind of thing, and kind of take some ideas from that kind of archetypical behavior that you might see in fairy tales or myth. So that would be my advice to this person, is to, move forward in a kind of, maybe it would seem trite and cliche, but it's not. Those kinds of behavior patterns and that kind of archetype and that kind of fairy tale is lasts a long time for a reason. It's because it touches all people, So yeah, that's my advice to them. My advice to this person is celebrate, let go, and have fun. Yeah, it might be, if this is you, you might be feeling a little rigid, and it's okay to relax. It's okay to relax and just enjoy what's going on, okay? I really feel like this is actually speaking more to this. Just be glad that this person's in your life, because, this kind of hang up with needing things to be lined up really well and all of that, it can paralyze, and it can make this person not want to move forward. Okay. And, or it could make you've got the Chariot here. So you have the energy of moving forward, the desire to move forward, but then you also have this paralysis, and that's gotta be really difficult to hold in both hands. So this person, their advice is just to kind of let go and allow this to happen instead of trying to control it into happening. All right, guys, as far as who feels more, yeah, I think this person's just expressing more, okay? This person will express more. Both feel pretty intense, though, okay? I think that, oh gosh, it's so close. I feel like this person, once they open up, it's going to be very profound. We've got 2 major arcana cards on this side. And so it's like this person recognizes this is a big connection. This is major. This is something that's, really got their attention. And then we've got the Hermit over here with 2 court cards, which is, talking about, taking action, describes what they're going to do, So It's kind of hard to put that label on it, but I think outwardly this person looks like they have more feelings in this situation. But, I mean, really, you guys are very, very connected. Alrighty. I need to pause for a drink. Alright, pile number 6. Those of you who picked the white Opalite. Here's your reading. Okay, so here's the deal. I have, let me make sure, okay, yeah. I wanted to make sure that this one felt a little bit taller for some reason. Okay, so this is one person in the relationship and this is the other person, okay? You could be represented by one or the other. You know, you're going to have to make that decision. That's the way I was led to do this reading. So, when I start describing the people here, you've got to figure out which one is most like you. And so far, I've done 5 readings up until this point. So far, it's been pretty, you know, I've gotten some pretty good details, which I hope helps people figure out who's who. All right? So, these 2 cards apply to both of you guys, okay? This is about your whole relationship. Okay, so we have rest and rejuvenation. You know, privacy is really important in your relationship. Either privacy or like introvert time or me time, okay? And we have heartache and loss, okay? This is a situation where one or both of you have been through a lot of pain in relationships, and that has kind of paralyzes you. I feel like this is going to apply more to one than the other, but I feel like it's a strong enough theme and influence that it's important to acknowledge that, okay? So let's go ahead and look at this person. Okay, wow, we've got the High Priestess. This person's very intuitive, all right? We've got somebody who's very intuitive, somebody who has a large range of emotions. This person is generally happy and probably has a lot of good friends, probably, okay? Or the friends that they have, they're very, very close to, and they really enjoy spending time with them, okay? This person also might be someone who's a little prone to drinking, although I'm not getting excess so much. I'm just getting that this person, for example, this person might have a wine collection or something like that, okay? We also have the 9 of Cups. So this person's pretty emotionally fulfilled, okay? It's like they're almost there, okay? So this person, I feel like this person is very emotionally aware, and very intuitive, okay? And we have 3 Cups cards. We have the Page of Cups too. So this person is going to move forward and express their feelings. They might already have, actually, given how in touch this person is with their emotions, okay? But they express their emotions in all areas of life, whether they're at work, they're with their friends, or with their family. They're comfortable in talking about their feelings, okay? So we have they need to be protected from a powerful friend. Oh, no. Okay, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. Okay, so when we have a dog, we have loyalty, we have friendship, and all of that good stuff, you know. I know in the Lenormand, that's what that means, too. But in tea leaves, because these are tea leaf oracle cards, or fortune cards, really, like, this person has a friend who might be a little famous, might be a little, like, well off. This person might kind of just know people in high places, that kind of thing. And they're protected because of that. They have some kind of, like, it's almost like they have some kind of insurance because they have a friend that is really influential. Okay? So that should help identify who this person is. This person is going to be hearing good news soon. I don't feel like this has happened yet. So this person is going to be hearing some good news. And they're going through a period right now where they're kind of on an upswing. They're feeling like they have a lot of they feel like things are just kind of clicking in their lives. They're all kind of falling together, you know, and it's like they don't feel like this would be the kind of person that's not living paycheck to paycheck, most likely. They feel like they have enough, you know? Maybe they're not like totally ultra rich or something like that, but they feel like they have enough in their resources, okay? This is my advice to this person, okay? We're going to look at the other person. Okay, so we have somebody, we have the world. This person's probably an extrovert. With this person, we have the Seven of Cups. So this person needs to decide. This person needs to make a decision in this situation. For some of you guys, this is also going to mean that this particular person in the relationship fantasizes a lot about this relationship happening. Okay? But I feel more like this is the decision. I feel like this person's the one that has more heartache and loss that's, you know, going on with them. We also have the Four of Cups. Yeah, there's something emotionally they just don't want to deal with, and that's what's holding them back in this relationship. It'd be really great if they would deal with it. It's just one of those things they just don't want to face. They really need to face that to get through that shadow work or get through that kind of, you know, process it. They just got to process it, and then they'll be fine, okay? And then we have the Ten of Wands. What I like about this particular deck is that instead of the Ten of Wands looking like working as so much as a burden, this card is speaking more to like this person's finished their work and now they're gonna go share it with the village. This person's walking up to the village and it's almost like they're gonna sell something or they're gonna share what they've learned through all their hard work. This person's very, very passionate. They feel called. They feel like they have a big calling in their life. Okay. So, wow, we've got carriage, a journey, either physically or mentally. You guys might be in a long distance relationship. Okay. I'm not saying that that's necessarily true, but I have enough indications. We've got the World, which can sometimes mean long distance relationship. Especially long distance where there's multiple continents, you know, and we've got water in this one. So yeah, it you know, I've got some indications that there could be some distance there. This person, okay, you know, and this is what it is. This person feels like there's forces working against them. This is the kind of person that feels like, well, why should I even bother since it's gonna be negative anyway. You know, or this person's just, and they just need to process the negativity that they've felt in the past in order to get to the point where they realize that no, nothing's working against you. It's almost like you're getting in your own way, you know, for still holding on a little bit to the hurt. I don't feel like they're holding on to the relationship that caused the hurt. I feel like they're just holding on to that pain because that brings meaning to their life. But it's no longer serving them, okay? And then we also have, oh goodness, a parrot. So we've got somebody that is probably going through a time where other people are gossiping about them. They might be talking about them. So we've got somebody that's had some drama going on, which is really unfortunate. This person might be, this person might have turned to somebody in a time of need and expressed some pain or some experiences to this person, and now this person's kind of betraying their trust and all of that. This person would be very, very upset about this, okay? So that's where this person's coming from. We have, for this person, we have enlightenment, pursue spiritual growth. Again, that has to do with this axe energy. Forces working against you, they're really not. And it has to do with this Four of Cups energy of needing to deal with some kind of unresolved issue, unresolved emotional issue. Once they do that, they'll be able to move forward in this relationship just fine. Okay, so that's my advice to this person is to work on whatever pain is left over from a previous relationship. It doesn't even have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a relationship with a parent, a relationship with a teacher, a relationship with a sibling, with a neighbor, you know, anybody. But just some kind of relationship that's brought about pain. It's like they can't let go of that pain yet, okay? And that's what they need to do to move this forward quicker, okay? On this side, we've got potential. Think big for your future. Yeah. This is a person who's like really able to make things happen. You know, we've got the wish fulfillment with the Nine of Cups. We've got the period of prosperity going on, plus some good news happening and friends in high places. Yeah, definitely. Know, if this is you, know that you have greater potential than you think you have. And if this is your person, make sure your person knows that, you know, they can do better in whatever it is that they do, and in everything they do, they can always do better. And if they ever feel like they're not good enough, they are. They're definitely good enough, and that might be something helpful to tell them. And if it's you, you are good enough. All right. Okay. As far as who cares more, I feel like the High Priestess emotional person probably cares more at this point. Okay. This person still has their stuff to work out. Okay, I wanted to make sure that that was clear, because that is the question. Alrighty. Okay. Thank you guys so much for staying to the end of my video. I know it was long. I know every single reading was very, very long. I wanted to make sure I really tackled this and made something very substantive for my viewers. This has been such a big request that I wanted to do it perfectly. All right, guys, and I really hope that I achieved that. All right. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I am so thrilled. I recently made another milestone in my subscribers, and I'm just so excited about what this channel has for the next, you know, the next 4 months, the next year, the next 4 years, and all of that. I really, really feel great about it. And I mean, I couldn't feel that great if it wasn't for you guys giving me that feedback, letting me know that I'm doing a good job. You know, if you need any extra guidance, it's more tailored for you and not a public audience. Know that I do offer private readings, and I have prices. I have readings that are at all price points. Okay, so thank you so much, and I will see you at the next reading.